Hi, this is Mark the Meerkat Suffron here at freeonlinetradingeducation.com, brought to you by Grok Trade, where I'm an analyst, host of the Grok Star Trading Room, and perhaps your future mentor. Here's a trade that we had this morning on the Grok Star Room on SMG, Scott's Miracle Grow, and it did a big bam down. Yes, this morning it was down 17%, and then it did fall a little bit further and then began to come back up, and now it's forming what we call a buy pullback or a bull pullback. Here's where you can find out more about that. Go to freeonlinetradingeducation.com to our free chart school. Here's a description of that pattern, as well as here's a picture where we have a run up and it pulls back to a line of support and then begins to take off. This is a bullish formation where the probabilities are that it will continue higher. So we have our run up here, pulls back to this line of support of 36.25, and it's beginning to turn around. Now we do have this 8 EMA here, so it is a bullish formation, so I want to set myself an order just above that line, and let's see what happens next. Boom, there we go, and I am now long at 36.58. 36.58 long. Let's see what happens after that. Oh, yes. Boom! Look at that! Up to 37.35. Boom! 37.70. And then it started to pull back, and pull back pretty hard. But they came right down to this line, this 8 EMA, this exponential moving average, as support line. And then, guess what? Look at that. A beautiful bull pullback. So if you'd missed the long entry here, had another opportunity to get in long here. Let's see what happens next. Boom! There it is. It's back up to a new high. We have to pull this down now. Let's see. Going on up, and now it's finding some resistance here, and again it pulls back right to the 8 EMA again, starting to come back up, and then you know what, I pulled my stop up right to here and it got me out. Can you see this little right here is where I got out at 37.62 for 2.8% in 16 minutes. So what was this forming? It was forming, guess what? Another bull pullback. And then we did trade this again for another 5% over the course of the morning. And then it pulled back. And look at this. Bull pullback, and it takes off again. Opportunities for different long entries. There it goes. So these are some of the trades that we're doing in the Grok Star Room. In fact, this was just one of 17 called trades this morning, where we made 13.9% net. Now, if you are not happy with your particular trading that you're doing now, whether it be swing trading, day trading, or otherwise, we do have the 3-day immersion Grok mentoring coming up this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. If you'd like to join us, we still have a couple of seats available. And if you are a graduate of the Grok mentoring program, maybe now is the time for you to review your skills. Just contact us at mentor@groktrade.com for more information. This is Mark the Meerkat Suffron. As the Tony Turner quote says, "The day that I began to trade with composure as my only emotion was the day I became a great trader."